Hello again. Sorry about that. Nat King Cole's finished. We're not playing Baba O'Reilly yet. We're going to run back over the answers there. Should we do that now? I think we should do.
Yeah, let's do it now.
Let's do it now.
I'm trying to bend my screen.
No.
That's okay.
Apologies for that. We weren't quite ready for Nat King Cole to finish there because, as usual with Jazzler, it tells you something's longer.
Very inconsiderate.
Yeah. Longer than it actually is. So, so, James, how do you think you've done overall there?
Less than 9. I'm taking legal action. No, I think I did awful. To be honest with you. No, some of the questions on Southampton, I think they were a bit before my time, but I had a go. And some of the questions on the current day stuff, I didn't really know.
No.
So no, I don't think I did great.
Jack's saying that you got 0 out of 10 as a joke. And he's also saying I didn't know any of the answers.
And presumably that's funny because it's obviously not true, and because I obviously got far more than 0 out of 10. So presumably Jack's doing that for sarcastic sort of
Now
comedy.
he's saying you were rubbish, James.
Yeah.
Sarcastic comedy value. Is Jack saying I'm rubbish?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's saying because I'd obviously do so much better. Ha ha ha. Yeah.
Even though he's probably being sarcastic, I still think we should get our own back. In some way, by perhaps leaving a message on Jack's answer phone, and then see if we can get in the news.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry, Wayne.
Yeah. So the first question was, name me one player Southampton.
I got this one.
Signed in the summer of 2002, and after a slight consultation with Tom McGuinness.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Tom McGuinness.
You went for Nemi.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to say, which I suppose will count because his actual name is Antti Niemi.
Yeah.
Niemi.
Yeah, but I went for what his friends call him.
Yeah, okay.
His friends call
So
him.
I'll give you half a mark for that.
I think 3/4.
Half a mark.
How about three fifths?
The next question.
That's a say.
2/5.
Moving on. The next question. Name me one Southampton manager from 2005 to 2009, from the end of Harry Redknapp's era to Alan Pardew, which is Christmas Eve 2005 onwards. Who did you get? You passed on this one, didn't you? I think.
Oh, David Seaman. I was quite confident
David
on this
Seaman,
one.
yeah. Well, it actually could be any one out of Jan Portfleet, Mark Vogt, Nigel Pearson, George Burley, Dennis Wise and Dave Bassett, or Jason Dodd and Jason Gorman.
I almost could have got that by guessing random first and second.
Yeah, you could have done. There are so many.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So it could have been any of those. Yeah.
Got away with it.
Yeah. So that's,
I didn't, and I apologise.
0 on that question. Just as we're going through this, Jack says that Oxford's a rubbish uni and that you're a cheat as we're going through this.
Right.
But we'll come back to that later. James, his therapy to learn to not react instantly on the radio. It has to be done gradually and told about later.
Sorry, so I can't respond to Jack now?
No, not now. You have to do it later, unfortunately.
When can I respond to Jack?
After we've finished this.
Okay, I'm going to be really, really good.
So 2 players have been sent off for Southampton this season. One is Dean Hammond, but who is the other? You went for Lee Barnard. It's actually Richard Chaplow.
Oh, you're joking. Oh, it would be him. He's the other thug.
Yeah.
Jesus. Sorry for blaspheming again.
Oh dear. That's no answer. Who is the current second top goal scorer behind Ricky Lambert? And after a little discussion in your head, you went for Guli do Prado, and you're actually right there.
Hey.
So that's another mark.
Thank you.
That's 1.5 so far. Who holds... Now, this is the question we changed. I'm going to ask this question to you now. Who holds the record for the most goals for Southampton? Not the most goals in a season, the most goals ever.
Oh, no, Matt Letizia, I think.
The most goals ever is Matt Letizia,
yeah.
do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, same answer. Unfortunately, it's still wrong. The answer is Mick Channon.
What? I thought I was meant to be saying that answer.
Well, no, I changed the question.
Oh, for God's sake!
Well, yeah, overall.
I just changed the question. I got that question right.
No, so the question I asked before was how many...
Yeah.
What's the record for the goals in a season? And you said Letizia. I've changed it to what's the record for the goals scored?
I didn't what?
Overall.
I got that question right.
What?
Letizia was right with the
No, it
first
wasn't.
question.
No, it wasn't. That's the thing. It wasn't.
Was it right with the original question?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, forget.
No,
okay, you're
that's
right.
what I'm saying.
I apologise.
So you're still going to go for Letizia. The actual answer is Mick Channon, 227.
Okay.
Yeah.
Overall goals.
Yeah, because I saw 227 in the season. I thought, no way.
Yeah.
It was a good. We did get quite a lot against Reading, though.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Which high street guru has today said the high street is outdated and needs to be run more like a business? You went for Mary Porter.
Or Janet Porter.
Mary Portas. Yes.
Mary Portas.
So
I just didn't want to be rude on air.
No. So that's another mark. So I'll give you
half mark.
That's
3/4.
Should we give them full 3/4 for
Yeah,
that?
because you got most of the
Yes. 3/4. Now this one I need to double check. Name me 2 cities taking part in the initiative to get their own local TV station after the digital switchover. Jeremy Hunt was talking about this morning. Not Jeremy, someone else. Jeremy Hunt. And I'll read out the available the cities that could be involved. Belfast, Brighton and Hove, Cardiff, Glasgow, Grimsby, London, Manchester, Liverpool, Newcastle and Swansea.
Not Birmingham.
So unfortunately not Birmingham.
But I got Manchester.
So you got Manchester, so that's half a
Okay.
mark. Yeah. Half a mark there.
Bit weird that Grimsby's our second city, not Birmingham.
Yeah. How many jobs are at risk from the DVLA regional office closures coming up in the next year? Well, the next few months, I would imagine, in fact. You went for 40,000. That was an interesting answer.
If I get this one wrong, I'll always be scared.
Yeah.
Unless I actually work for the DVLA.
The actual answer is 1,200.
Okay.
More than 1,200 jobs at risk. And the closures are due by the end of 2013.
That's a shame.
That was broken at lunchtime, so obviously you didn't see that piece of news.
No, and I was on the train.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I would have known otherwise.
Yeah. Question 9. What percentage rate has inflation fallen to during November? You went for 2.5%.
Yeah.
It's actually 4.8%.
It's quite high,
isn't
isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's gone down by 5% to what it was before, so it was 5.3 before that. Yeah.
It's great. It's okay.
It's from 5.3 to 4.8.
Okay.
And,
Now that's good news.
2.5%, yeah.
And the last question. So that's 0 for that. And the last question.
Well, that's something for sympathy.
Yeah. Let's just update on Jack in a second. But which band said that they don't want to go out with any boys? They're going to stay away from boys, let alone footballers.
Oh, it's not Blue.
And you went for the Saturdays. Yeah, they don't like relationships. They don't have time for them, let alone footballers.
Right.
And I also said, one of the girls has said, my brother has told me to stay
They could
away.
be ruined.
My brother has told me to stay away from
Yes,
footballers.
that's a brother.
So I'm going to do as I'm told, otherwise I'll get dead legs. You went for the Saturdays. It's actually Little Mix.
Oh, okay.
He won the X Factor on Sunday.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
them. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
So,
we didn't even watch
yeah.
the X Factor.
No, I didn't
No.
watch the X
Yeah.
Factor.
So,
I don't think I've ever watched the X
No,
Factor.
but I knew that they'd won because it
Yeah.
had.
Yeah, no, I knew they won
yeah,
as
it was
well.
in the news, but yeah.
I didn't
that-
watch it.
Altogether, that gives you a score. You got half a mark for question 1.
Yep.
1 mark for Gooley, it's 1.5. Then you got 3/4 for Mary Portas.
Yep.
So that's 1.5 plus 3/4 is 2.25.
Yep.
2.25. Then you got half a mark for Manchester. So
Yep.
that's 2.5.
Okay.
And so overall you got 2.5.
I think we should
James.
round it up to 3. That's what you usually do. Round it up to 3.
That's 2.5, which is not a bad score because
Yeah.
it's also beaten Sam.
Yeah.
So there we
If
go.
anyone else doesn't beat me, then
2.5 for James. 2.5 for James. Thanks for that. We'll round that all up next. What should we play now?
Hang on.
Oh, James wants to.
Yeah, is Jack Turner still talking to us?
He is, but we're going to sum that up in a minute. So I'm now going to play something from the Bryan Adams CD over here.
yeah.
And we'll be right back with you on Tone Radio
Okay, thank you.
after this song.